Hey everyone, today is going to be a completely different kind of video that you have never seen on my channel before. I'm kind of anxious to make this. I hope this is received well. This is just on a topic that I feel very strongly about. So there was an incident that took place on Twitch about a week or two ago, and it sparked a lot of conversation around mental health. You've probably seen a bunch of other creators kind of cover the subject. I just wanted to kind of cover the subject as well, but then kind of bring it back to my community and what I really want for my stream and just my content in general. You guys may have seen this clip surface. I'm just going to do a quick synopsis. Essentially, a chatter in this streamer's stream, regular chatter, someone that apparently is there quite frequently, was gone for a couple days, came back, and he asked the question. Well, I'll let the clip play, and you'll see kind of what transpired.
In Spanish, and it's chef's kiss. All right. Curvy, where the fuck have you been?
Where have you been?
Oh my God. Well, tell you what, Miss Dirty Curvy, you know what we're not going to do? We're not going to talk about it in my chat because it's Friday, and that is a whole big bucket of bummer. And I'm sorry for your loss, but we're not doing that in my fucking chat. Thank you. Well, okay, Miss Dirty Curvy, you said, no, that's fine. You asked, so I told. No, I didn't ask you to tell me the biggest fucking bummer news in the world. I said, hey, what's up? How are you? You know what? Let me give you a little bit of a lesson, Miss Nerdy Curvy. When something really, really bad is going on in your life, and in a public forum, someone asks you, hey, what's up? How are you? There are two acceptable responses. Good, and you know what? I'll make it through. That's it.
I'm not going to play anymore. You get the idea. This chatter's mother had passed away, and he asked her where she had gone. She gave him a honest answer. She honestly answered the question that he asked. And it was some rough stuff, you know? It was just something that happened in their life. She told him. She answered his question. And of course, that transpired into him just absolutely demolishing her on the same public forum. Now, obviously, as you guys can tell, this is an incredibly good example of having a lack of human empathy for others. Very shitty how this streamer dealt with one of his viewers that supports him in just, you know, a rough situation that they're going through. I've seen a lot of conversations online about the situation. Surprisingly, I didn't realize this was going to be the case, but you see people defending this. And I want to play devil's advocate just for a second here, but it goes, 1, I'm sorry for your loss. 2, his delivery sucked. Correct. But he's right. You sharing this is against etiquette and borderline rude. Everyone is saying he lacked empathy. What you're seeing is someone who had empathy the first 176 times this happened, but is at his wit's end. So I will say, as a Twitch streamer, you are completely welcome to cultivate whatever atmosphere you want your chat to be. But I think it's pretty obvious and glaring that this guy, once this chatter was going through a horrible situation, then just adding the extra pressure of just ripping them apart on this platform in front of all these other people. I think it's clear that you guys probably can tell emotionally where my response is. Like, that's horrible fucking human behavior. It really, really fucking sucks. And there's a term that I've seen thrown around. It's called trauma dumping. And here is an article covering it from the Cleveland Clinic, health clinic. And it's talking about when venting turns toxic. What is trauma dumping? And basically it goes into like oversharing traumatic experiences, and then that kind of potentially like triggering other people to make them think about bad experiences, and then you just kind of have this AoE just puts everyone in a bad mood and just upsets people and rattles people. Like, I get that. But when I was reading through this article, there was one line that stuck out to me, and I think this is fair to say. It is not a clinical term used by mental health providers, but people who engage in trauma dumping often share traumatic events or stressful situations with others during inappropriate times. And I really think that is a big key word here. appropriate or inappropriate. So this streamer is, again, well within his right to set the standard that is inappropriate in his stream. Where, of course, this situation went wrong is he asked and she simply told. If you read the comments and you watch that video back, you'll see that they're not pushing it, you know? Just simply like, hey, my mom passed away. That was it, you know? Just a recollection of the events that had happened. Answered his question that he asked. So I don't think, by definition, that would be just trauma dumping, you know? If we want to go into it, you could say, you know, my mom died, I'm feeling horrible, and I'm having these horrible thoughts, and then just going on and on and on and on and on. And I could see why someone would maybe feel a little uncomfortable by having that in their chat. Again, he's well within his right to do that. But obviously we draw the line at how it was acted upon. I bring up all of this conversation, and I want to talk about how this relates to my stream and the culture here, because I have a little bit more of a nuanced opinion on this. So I have struggled with depression greatly, and I grew up thinking that I'm not allowed to talk about that with anyone, and that thought of being told I can't do that has led to years and years and years of me bottling up a lot of painful just thoughts in my head, to the point of pushing me towards death's door and suicide on multiple occasions. Now, I realize me saying this and putting this out there, you know, could be used against me in the future. I don't care. That's fine. If you want to pin this on me as a weakness, that's horrible, but whatever. I bring this up to say that basically because there was this stigma around talking about mental health and just your emotions, your feelings, and opening up to other people, I, like many other people, instead of dealing with it the proper way and processing my emotions correctly or in a healthy way, I would turn to entertainment. I would turn to YouTube, Twitch streams. I would do anything that I could to distract my brain from what I was feeling, because I know that retreating into my own head, if I didn't do those things, would just be a dangerous place. The million people that take their life from suicide every year, to the people that suffer in silence that numbers could never possibly know, I feel for you. If I didn't have things to just at least kind of distract myself, and I sat there and suffered in silence without anything, without any type of a roadblock, it's very possible I wouldn't be here today. I'm sorry if that's really heavy for a lot of you guys to hear, but again, this is just me being honest, and I'm so open and honest about just mental health and talking about it with other people, because I spent so much of my life not doing that. And from doing that and just sharing my experience and how I'm feeling was an incredible first step to an actual road to recovery and healing. Now, in this guy's particular situation, he doesn't want something like that in his chat because it's a bummer and it's Friday and you're killing the vibes. In my chat, in my community, in my comment section of my videos, I want it to be known that you are more than welcome to do that. Again, going back to appropriate times. Well, it's an appropriate time. You can talk about your feelings. You can talk about your problems in my chat, and if you feel awkward doing that on a public forum, which makes total sense, you can join my Discord. I actually have a whole channel that was just created for mental health. I want everyone in my community to know that you can share those things. Obviously, if you're going through it, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a professional in any way. And you should definitely turn to those things. But at least in the short term, I would be honored to be a shoulder to cry on. I would be honored to be a listening ear. you know, if that's the difference between you taking your life, just going on another day, another hour, I would be honored. I really care about people. I really care about the individual, whether or not I know you or don't know you. I wish I would have anyone to talk to in the times when I didn't or didn't think I could. I want everyone to know that you have a support system. If you think you don't and you're the biggest piece of shit and you've burned every bridge in your life, I promise you there's still one person that wants to talk to you. And if you're a decent, normal, average person, I guarantee you, you have 30 people that will talk to you, 50 people that will talk to you. I think human beings are innately good. No one wants to see other people suffer. If you don't think you can go anywhere and you can't talk to anybody or anything like that, you can DM me. Just chat about it. Get it off your chest. If I have time, you can jump on a call with me. Again, I'm not going to solve your problems. I'm not a professional. But if just releasing the lid off the top helps in any way, I would be honored to just kind of be there. I'm 27 now. I still deal with depression to this day. I have gone through the ringer. So if you think putting on top of me what I already got is just something I can't handle, well, you're wrong. I am so blessed to think about all the things that I've gone through. The amount of times I have bended, but not broken. And I think I'm capable of being able to tank whatever it is. I want this community to be one that heals and can heal, or at least take that first step on the road to healing. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. I know this was a really weird one. And if you come into my streams or anything like that, like we like to, just mess around and poke fun at each other and all that stuff, but it's all in love. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say on that. Bye.